Hi, everyone. Welcome. I want to take this first video to introduce ourselves. My name is Angela De Dios. I'm a psychology instructor at Cypress College, and I am here with
Steve Estrada, also a professor at Cypress College, and I teach ethnic studies.
So what we're going to be doing for the next several weeks is we're really going to be diving into our own curriculum. Our goal really is to take a close look at what we're doing as individuals so that we can see what are some things that we can improve, what are some things that we can try, and maybe not everything that we try will work, but the idea is to have a conversation and to be reflective and to sort of think about what we're doing in our classrooms and how we can better help serve our students. So I wanted to sort of talk about our teaching styles a little bit because Steve and I are really different. Like, we're very good friends, we're great colleagues, but we are very different in the way that we operate in the classroom. So I teach the way that I like to be taught, essentially. And I'm a very sort of methodical, systematic type of person. And so I like a lot of structure. So when I teach, typically when I set up a course, I have a lot of structure in place already. Everything's sort of laid out. The schedule is set. The assignments have rubrics, like everything's very organized and very sort of clear. And I have a hard time when I have to deviate from that plan. So I think one of the things that I would really like to work on is being a little more flexible so that I can incorporate more of what students want in a class maybe, or if they're struggling, I can dedicate more time to that. So yeah, that's sort of my teaching style.
And of course, yeah, as you mentioned, mine is pretty different, right? So I tend to think of my teaching as, kind of developing an outline of what I need to get through. But I take a very kind of freestyle approach to it, right? So I'm very much into discussion. I'm very much into kind of reading the room and kind of moving back and forth however I need to based on class participation, right? So, and again, I'm talking mostly of my in-person teaching, right? So the benefit, the benefit of having to go on to this online version and this remote teaching is that it's taught me that that style doesn't really translate in the same way for the online version. And so I'm having to take, more evangelist approach, be more methodical, be more prescriptive, and give more clear guidance on how the class runs and what my approach is in that way. So that's what I'll be working on, right? Is kind of figuring out how do I add more structure into my teaching to better help students, especially in the online version.
So I think that this is what makes Steve and I really good partners in this quest, really, is because we come at it from such different styles and perspectives that I think that we can really help each other and sort of have these really interesting conversations about how we do things in our curriculum. So we're each going to cover one class and week by week go through what we do in our class that particular week and sort of some ideas that we have that maybe we could tweak, some things that we think we really like and work, and ways that we can grow. And so the class that I'm going to be focusing on is lifespan development. So that really goes from womb to tomb. I teach about everything from physical development, socio-emotional development, cognitive development. So all of that, like, throughout the entire lifespan.
And I'll be looking at our Ethnic Studies 101 course, which is an introduction to ethnic studies. But really, I think of it as kind of 4 mini histories. So we cover Native American history and then transition into African American history, Mexican American history, and then end with Asian Pacific Islander history in the US. And so we talk about all these social, economic, political issues and cultural dynamics with race relations within the US. And I'm choosing this class because this is a class that was not conceived of as one that would be taught online, but since being forced to teach it online, I'm rethinking how I do even my in-person class. So I'm going to use some of what I'm learning for this online teaching mode to improve my in-person class.
Awesome. So we hope that you join us on our journey through our curriculum. Our goal is to put out a video every week, and we'll each sort of go through our course week by week and come up with some ideas. And hopefully you come out with some insights or some little nuggets that you can use in your classroom as well. And if not, hopefully our conversation is just entertaining.
If
All
nothing
right.
else, right?
Yep. All right. Hope to see you soon.